close out this part of the series, let's have a look at a few passages from Paul alleged to support the second skin theory of resurrection. And I do mean alleged. The second skin theorist alleges that in this verse, the word for changed ought to be rendered as exchanged. And to be fair, the word can be read that way. But as second skin theory is described, the word exchange is not an appropriate word for what the dead undergo. Feasibly, it could be used only of those who are still alive when the resurrection occurs. But the dead will not undergo any exchange by the second skin view. They abandoned their dead bodies long before. As for the living who are given new bodies, we would have the grotesque scenario of corpses being left behind as their owner's inner man speeds up to heaven to put on the new resurrection body. Which in fact is what we find depicted in a certain Christian end times novel I referred to earlier.
What have I got?
There's more than one place where Paul uses the metaphor of a garment to describe resurrection. A second skin theorist may argue that the metaphor of a garment better suits their view, because if a corpse enters a garment, it's still a corpse. Well, here's my own analogy from a show from the 1980s that I used to find to be pretty funny. When Ralph Hinckley from The Greatest American Hero donned his suit which gave him superpowers, did he cease to be Ralph Hinckley? No, but he became much more than Ralph Hinckley ever was. So likewise, if a corpse or body puts on the incorruptible power of God, will it remain a corpse? No, it won't. It's clear that Paul's metaphor best suits a transformation effected by some outside force.
What have I got?
After this, things get pretty strained. Some second skin theorists claim that this passage teaches second skin theory. But these words were not said by Jesus, they were said by his accusers, and they misreport what Jesus says as referring to the actual temple, not his own resurrection.
What have I got?
It's been a pretty goofy ride at times through the second skin theory, but you can take it as a good sign of how goofy the desperate critics of the resurrection actually are. We'll pick up next time with a concept and argument that's only slightly less nutty, the claim that the New Testament has alternative traditions about the burial of Jesus. See you then.